Recovery is possible.
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 Recovery dialogues and sober stories.
Welcome to Recovery Dialogues and Sober Stories. I'm Antonio Mata. Today's episode is a little different. There's no guest in the studio, just a conversation we need to have about the ache that lingers even after we've tried every tool, every habit, every philosophy we can find. My aim is simple: to hold space for that experience connected to our larger recovery values and offer something steady you can carry out of this moment. Recently, I received a deeply personal message from a listener. The request was clear: please don't read the letter on the show. We respect that here. Consent and privacy aren't negotiable. In fact, we often anonymize or shield identities when needed. Safety and dignity come first. The reason I'm bringing it up at all is because it mirrors some things I'm facing in my own life right now. The themes in their note: relentless effort, exhaustion, loneliness, and wondering why the pain persists, are not foreign to me at different points during my recovery journey. And I understand they're not foreign to many of you. Recovery is emphatically and empirically possible, but it is by no means a destination. It's a journey full of twists, turns, inclines, declines, snakes, thorns, and snares. Yet, there's also triumph and progress, peace and growth. With their boundaries intact, I still want to make my response public, for them if they happen to be listening, and for anyone who shares the same pain. To honor consent, I'm going to share only the premise of their message, not their words. Someone has tried an exhaustive list of strategies to feel better. Life changes, therapies, routines, relationships, spiritual and practical experiments. Despite real effort, they still feel scared, isolated, exposed, and disconnected from their past, present, and future. It leaves them questioning whether they're losing a battle they never asked to fight. That's the context. Nothing verbatim, only the contours, so you understand the heart of what I'm about to say in response. This is how we practice careful storytelling on the show. We tell the truth while protecting the person who lived it. So with privacy respected and the frame set, I want to speak directly to that experience and to anyone hearing this who feels seen by it. What follows is my response, not a cure, not a slogan, just a steady handhold, one honest step at a time, rooted in our show's belief that recovery is made of deliberate, self-directed choices toward a fuller life. My friend, thank you for trusting me with something this tender. What you shared is brave, and I want you to know I feel the weight of it with you. I'm walking a parallel road in my own life right now, so when you talk about trying so many paths and still feeling scared and alone, that lands. It's a specific kind of exhaustion, the kind that comes after giving your all. You've poured effort into philosophies, practices, relationships, health choices, into being useful and being honest. And somehow the needle hasn't moved the way you hoped. That can make any of us wonder if we're broken. You're not. It means this is complex and you've been shouldering a lot for a long time. On this show, we say recovery is about steady, self-directed choices that move us toward a fuller life. Not a perfect life, a fuller one. Even tiny, honest moves count. I also want to name something the research is clear about. There isn't a single number that captures how many people in our community feel like recovery is impossible. But hopelessness is common, especially with long-term severe challenges, years of symptoms, low expectations from others, and the grind of stigma can convince us that change isn't coming. If that's where you are, it doesn't mean you've failed. It means you've been carrying a heavy load in a tough context. So what helps when hope feels out of reach? Recovery-oriented care starts exactly where you are. It doesn't argue with your feelings or rush you past them. It says, let's acknowledge the hopelessness and, at the same time, keep a crack in the door for possibility. One practical way to do that is through small, achievable goals that rebuild confidence, one proof point at a time. Tiny wins aren't cosmetic. They train the nervous system to recognize change still happens here. There's more good news. Hope can be cultivated. Evidence shows that strengthening hope and meaning in daily life can soften depressive symptoms and improve quality of life. And it's not on professionals alone. Families, friends, peers, and community supports play a huge role, countering isolation, reflecting back progress you may not notice, and reminding you that your life is larger than today's pain. You're not a project, you're a person. When the world feels like a spotlight, our bodies brace for impact. If your system is saying, I'm not safe, of course you feel raw. Let's honor that signal without making it your future. We can widen the circle, one trustworthy person, one steady ritual, one place you don't have to perform. Our conversations here exist to connect personal truth with a wider human story. If it helps, here's a simple scaffold, nothing fancy, just enough structure to hold you while you heal. Daily rhythm, not perfection. Light structure around sleep, nourishment, meds if you take them, and one 10 to 15-minute practice that supports your values. Breath work, prayer meditation, mindful stretching, or a brief walk. Tiny goals, real wins. Choose one doable action per day that proves you can influence your life. Send a text to a safe person, schedule a session, tidy one surface. The aim is self-efficacy, not heroics. People who get it. Keep at least one peer support touch point weekly and one loved one who can sit with you without fixing. Let them mirror back evidence of progress. Dual track care. If available, combine symptom-focused work like CBT to soften all-or-nothing thoughts with psychosocial supports, skills groups, vocational or rehab programs, creative or recreational therapies. Both tracks build belief. Meaning in microdoses. Ask each day, what gave me even a flicker of meaning? Collect those flickers. They are kindling for hope. I'm not asking you to manufacture hope. I'm asking you to stay in the room with yourself just long enough to try again tomorrow. Recovery doesn't run on spectacle. It runs on small, deliberate acts that over time change our capacity to live. If today is about surviving, that's real. If tomorrow lets you choose one thing that aligns with your values, that's recovery doing its quiet work. You're not alone here. Your words are seen, your effort is seen. And even if the fight feels unwinnable, you don't have to fight it by yourself. I'm glad you wrote. Keep going. One honest breath, one human connection, one choice at a time. And if hope is out of reach today, borrow mine until yours comes back. Thank you for spending this time with me. If today stirred questions or you'd like guidance on a specific challenge, I invite you to submit your questions for future episodes. We learn and heal in dialogue. We're also opening the door to partnerships. If you or your organization would like to sponsor an episode or an entire season, let's talk about how we can align your mission with this community's needs. If you want to support the work directly, you can do so at gofundme.com/recovery dialogues. And you can wear your support through Merch with Meaning, gear that sparks conversations about recovery at recoverydialogues.com. I'll leave you with this. Progress in recovery isn't always loud, but it's always real. Recovery is possible. Let's prove it, one story at a time.
Recovery is possible.
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 Recovery dialogues and sober stories.